Now we are on live streaming, everybody, so welcome to the Environmental Services Committee meeting of the 27th of August, and I call for any apologies. If not, anybody got any extraordinary business they wish to raise? Any declarations of interest? And now we move to the minutes of the Environmental Services Committee meeting held on the 9th of July. Hopefully you've all read them on page 3 on my view. We only have one page of minutes, so would somebody like to... Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Carolyn. Now the next item... Oh no, I've got the minutes. So all in favour that we accept the minutes? Aye. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is our Dog Control Policy and Practices Report. I'll invite Mr. Catchpole to the table. So our first question comes from Councillor Cameron.
Thanks, Rick. A few questions, please. I noticed we've got a big upswing in dog registrations of 377 dogs, which is about 5%, I think, from the total, which seems a lot. But that's just an observation, it's not a question. We have 58 menacing dogs and 5 dangerous dogs. We have 684 call-outs. How many of those are from menacing and or dangerous dogs?
Thank you. Through the chair, I would have to come back to you on that. Don't have a full breakdown by dog. From my recollection, there's no repeat offenders from dangerous dogs or menacing dogs, but I'd have to confirm that with my team.
And Madam Chair, subsequently,
yes.
I would also like to know then, if you're coming back, Rick, how many of the attacks? We had 44 dog attacks in 1819 and we had 32 in 1920. How many of those were from menacing and dangerous dogs? Because this all comes back to the dog park conversation that we've had recently. That's why I'm asking this question.
Okay, thank you. Through the chair, what I'm doing here with the report is reporting back against the Dog Control Act. So any further breakdown, I can come back to you with that information.
Thank you for that. And I'd just like to comment, it's good to see that we have about 350 more dogs registered this year than we did last year. Has anyone else got any questions? Jane, would you like to comment?
Just on the increase in registered dogs, some of it has been through follow-up from the contractor, but also there has been a problem with our computer system, and those items have now been sorted out with our IS team and our animal control officer working through them so that they've now got all the data up to date. Great. Just one other comment, you'll notice that there has been quite a significant decline in all categories of complaints. The COVID lockdown is obviously responsible for some of that, but we think something else that's responsible is that there's much more active and visible patrolling from the animal control contractors, getting out at places like the business estate where dogs are supposed to be on leash, and Argyle Park where you can be off leash but only in certain parts, and actually talking to people and warning them, and in fact some infringements for repeat offenders have been issued. So the education thing has been big.
Thank you for that. Councillor Lovett?
I was just going to ask about your call-outs under rural. Are they including the lifestyle blocks? Because I was just thinking farmers' dogs are always usually tied up. Whose dogs in the rural sector kind of are they that you get call-outs to?
We don't record the difference between lifestyle dogs and farmers' dogs.
Okay. Yeah, it was just a comment, because next thing they'll be wanting the farmers' dogs registration go up, and I was thinking, yeah, where's the balance?
That's a good suggestion.
They're barking far more than ours.
Yeah.
Councillor Cameron?
I just have one very short question. Were your infringement notices all paid? It doesn't seem to be reported whether they were paid or not? Are there any outstanding? Do people generally pay their infringement?
Thank you. Through the chair, again, that's not an area where we report on as to the amount, because while the an infringement is issued, it could then be that it's dealt with, cancelled for whatever reason outside of the district or for a various number of reasons, so it could end up being cancelled. So we don't look at the total amount coming in as part of this report.
No further questions? So we'll go back to, we've got a recommendation here on page 4. Somebody like to move the recommendation? There's 3 points there, but we could do it all in one.
Also move.
Thank you, Councillor Latham. Councillor Cameron. So the
lots.
recommendation is that the report be received, that the report be notified in a prominent local paper, and that it be sent to the Secretary for Local Government within 1 month of adoption. So you're all happy that we received this report? Please say aye. Contrary? No? Thank you. Now we move to item 6, which is the Ashburton District or District Licensing Committee Annual Report.
Who decides the risk? I mean, some sports clubs are 2, some are 15, some, is it they've had a conviction, or why are they changed so much difference?
Thank you. Through the chair, it's a full risk assessment based on previous instances and the premise itself, number of people that it can occupy. There's quite a far-ranging number of elements taken into account, which I can feed back to you if you wish.
Mayor Brown,
I'll move the report.
seconder for that. Councillor Lovett. Thank you. So we have the mover and a seconder that the report be received, that it be posted on the ADC website and be sent to the Secretary for the Alcohol Regulatory and Licensing Authority within 1 month of adoption. So all in favour? Contrary? Thank you. That's that one. Now the next item is page 17 on the paper version, the end of year performance report. Now, this is the Environmental Services end of year non-financial report. So who's going to speak to that?
We'll just answer any questions, Madam Chair, if you've got any.
No lights on, no questions? If not, I'll ask for a mover for the end of year performance report, Councillor Cameron.
Yep.
And Councillor Mackay.
Madam Chair, in the building one, we provide quality building regulation services. We processed 577 out of 582 consents within the statutory time frame. My question is, was that an applicant fault that the 5 didn't get done within time frame?
Through the chair, to be honest, no. There's a number of reasons why things slip up, and sometimes it might be the clock is too accurate. One of those counted, one of the 5, it was actually only over by an hour and 17 minutes.
Not a problem.
So maybe we record too accurately, but no, because if there is errors on the consenting documents, then we do stop the clock and ask the client to rectify those problems. So it's purely in our hands.
Madam Chair, the answer is much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Brown?
It's just code of compliance is established reports. Have to turn off things.
Code of compliances, we've had a lot outstanding over the years and you've been catching up on them. How's the catching up been going?
Through the chair, we're down to 3,200 as of the end of July. So we started off at 5,314, I think. 2015. Yeah, so we're getting through them.
Councillor Cameron.
Just a quick comment. When you look at the environmental services end of year performance reporting, it looks outstanding and all objectives appear to have met. Can you see gaps yourself where you think there's room for improvement? Like are these meaningful measures is what I'm saying, because you're obviously excelling.
Through the chair, some of those are actually set by legislation, so we've got to do them. Areas of improvement, we always are looking for areas of improvement within our own systems. As part of our accreditation, we do continuous improvements. So current project at the moment is updating some of the application forms to make it easier for a layperson to read and understand and fill out the form correctly, and hopefully that will speed up some stuff at the front end.
Well, if there's no more questions, thank you to the staff for the report and your responses to our questions. Now I'd like to put the recommendation that we receive the report for the end of year non-financial performance report. Councillor Cameron?
I'll second that. Yeah.
Thank you. And Councillor Latham moved it earlier. I got out of order, I'm sorry. Thank you. So that's the end of the business in the public forum, and now we move into public excluded just for a short period.